Pay close attention. This isn't something you see every day.
Hey everybody, and today I want to talk about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin Battle Damage by NECA. Now, here's the box. And this is great artwork right here from the actual comic or graphic novel, whichever version you have. If you've read it, great. If you haven't, there won't be any spoilers, but as you can see, The Last Ronin, and then you can see his three brothers as he's making some tea. So that's the cover of the box. Then you have the side, and then this side here. This here, sorry about that. This here actually goes with the other boxes, so it makes up a whole collage of pictures. So that's cool. If you are an inbox collector, you can have this on your shelf with everything on there. And then of course some promotional shots on the back, a little bit of a bio, so if you guys can see that and read it, pause it and do so. And of course, in NECA fashion, we have the little plastic window and some more artwork. So let's get The Last Ronin out of the box and let's talk about him. Right, so now that we have him out of the package, here he is, and man, let me tell you something, he is a big boy. Wow. I mean, look, if you guys haven't read this story, then, you know, you really don't understand what's going on, but do yourself a favor and read this story. But anyway, let me not get into that because I want to talk about this figure and everything that's going on with it. This is absolutely amazing. They took him right off the pages and put him right here in front of us so we can actually take a look at him today. Here he is with his teacup that he comes with. That's absolutely phenomenal. This guy comes with a few good things, man. A few good things, I have to say. And yeah, I mean, it is a great looking NECA figure. And yeah, they nailed this. This Last Ronin line is definitely taken off. Plus the fact that they're making a movie and there's a game coming out, absolutely phenomenal. And when all that happens, this is all going to go through the roof like wildfire. People are going to want to be picking these things up left and right, right and left, whatever you want to say. But this figure here is absolutely phenomenal. So if you're looking to pick this guy up, definitely do. So here's his teacup. And this is cool. It's just a cool little accessory that he came with. It's an empty cup, of course, if I can get this to focus in. That's it. That's it. But it's cool to have because he comes with some other things, which we will go over here in a second. And this is cool that they added this hand right here. He actually comes with another one just like this to actually hold things, you know, to grip, which is cool. Now, these are not the arms that he originally came with on him, and we'll go over all that stuff too. But look at this sculpt. Look at that face. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. The lines in the eyes, around the mouth. I mean, the forehead, everything. I mean, even just that look right there with his teeth. And actually, that's him kind of just smiling, so to speak, even though it doesn't really kind of look like that. But it is. It's actually kind of like a happy moment. I mean, everything. The musculature here, the front of the shell with everything, and this like, I don't want to say chip, but it looks like it's been cut right here. So that part of the damage, and all the little bandages that he has on him and everything. And his muscle structure is just crazy. Side of the ribs, all the spots on the back of the head going down to the back of the neck, back of the arms, his carapin in the back. I mean, this looks absolutely phenomenal. It looks absolutely real. You know, they did a fabulous job. NECA is just banging them out, man. The muscles in the legs going down to the knees, the wraps on the legs. The only thing that they did not do is the wraps here that are on his forearms and his hands. Why they left that out is beyond me. Down to the feet. Now, when I articulated the feet, my paint chipped a little bit. I'm not upset about it because it is what it is. It's going to happen. More band-aids on the back of the arms. Yeah, I mean, even the elbows. You can see even the wrinkles in the elbows. I mean, just the muscles, everything. Just, they did a fabulous job. And he does have a little bit of an ab crunch here inside of the shell. So he does have a little bit of an articulation there. Even if it's side to side just a little bit, but it's there. So this guy, I can't say enough cool things about him because, well, the figure just speaks for itself. But anyway, the reason why this guy is so big, for those that don't know and for those that do know, already know why he's so big, but for those that don't, it's the mutagen in his body, his age, and all the trauma and everything that he's been through that has made him big like this. So yeah, he's one tough competitor when it comes down to this story. But yeah, NECA did a fabulous job. Now, he does come with some accessories, which is pretty cool. But before we get into that, I just want to show this off. So as far as his head articulation, he can look up. That's actually pretty good. And then he can look down. And, you know, a little bit of a head tilt there. So that's not too bad. You have a bicep swivel here, double jointed elbows, wrist swivel, wrist bend, and then this here. So I want to show this off because we know how NECA articulation is, right? So if you have him standing here, you want to have him kick forward, you can do so. It's cool because he has like a knee swivel here. So you can actually get his leg up about that far. I mean, he's a big boy. So if you actually move his leg out a little bit, turn it up, and there you go. You can get a little bit more range out of him. But he's beefy and he's big. So he's going to look kind of clunky, if that's a word. So you want to have him doing like a side kick, you can do that. You can have him do a side kick, which is not bad. I mean, for as big as he is, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. I mean, he's got better articulation than some of the other ones that are out. And this is soft down here on the inside of the shell right here. So that's actually pretty cool. And then, like I said, this right here is articulated and it does give you a little bit of an ab crunch. Not much because of the front of the shell here. And I understand they didn't want to break the sculpt. But it would have been cool if you would have gotten just a little bit more articulation. But you know what? He's got plenty for you know, considering the fact that most NECA figures, you can't get a whole lot of articulation out of them. So yeah, and then in the knee joints, they are a little stiff. The cool thing is this part's pinless here. This part, you can see the pin right here. And then, of course, he has the pins up here on his arms. Yeah, why they did this like this is probably just, you know what, I'm not even going to try because I don't even have an explanation for it. But this is when he's injured, so I don't really think they were planning on anybody really doing too much with him. But you can get him kind of in a little bit of a pose. I'm not going all out. I'm just kind of just showing it off a little bit of what you can do with him because NECA did go, you know, and they went all out in my opinion with this character as far as the articulation being what it is. It's better than most, that I can honestly say. So yeah, he's cool. He is really cool. I mean, he's just wicked the way they did the artistic talent that these guys did with this with him is just phenomenal, and they're killing it. They are killing it. So with that being said, guys, let's take a look at the accessories that the last Ronin Damage comes with. First accessory, we have the teapot that he actually pours his tea into his little cup here. And yeah, that's a cool accessory. I like the fact that they did this and they made it look exactly like it did in the comic. And it's only the one little handle on here. It's not like the traditional teapot handle. So that's pretty cool that they added that in there. And of course, you know, you have the cup, which you guys have already seen. But yeah, nice addition. Next, we have Master Splinter's martial arts book. And we've seen this before where it was closed. Now it's actually open. And the cool thing is they actually have some drawings in there and some writing, and I thought that was really cool that they actually added that in there. I mean, the detail alone is just absolutely fabulous, so kudos to NECA for adding that in there. Starting off with the head sculpts, we have the first head sculpt they showed off that actually comes on the figure, and it's him with his like grinning type face or whatever type of you want to say expression that he has here. Next we have the other head sculpt where it looks like he just doesn't like what's being said to him, or he just, yeah, he's just had enough. type head sculpt. And next we have his head sculpt where he's kind of yelling or not too happy with whatever's going on, but you can see all the bandages on there. So this actually goes with these set of arms here, but nicely done what they did here. I mean, and kudos to NECA for adding these extra head sculpts into this figure. And next we have, last but not least, we have his head sculpt where he actually is smiling, and it is a devious smile, like he's up to no good. But the fact of the matter is that you have so many different choices that you can use with this figure as far as getting different type of facial expressions with this figure. It's absolutely fantastic. Now let's get on to taking a look at the rest of the stuff he comes with. Starting off with the hands, he has 2 fists. Next he has a set of grasping hands or holding hands. Next he has a set of weapon holding hands or his teapot holding hands. Last but not least, he has a set of flat hands that you can have just like this. And also he has an alternate set of arms, which these actually are the ones that come on the figure. So they come out and you can change them out just like I had before. And you can have these ones here where he has all the bandages on them. So that's actually pretty cool. You just pull them right out. They're easy to come out and swap. So pretty much when you are swapping these arms out, it's not a big deal. Just turn around, grab the arm like this, straighten it out, and give it a little tug like that. And then when you're ready, you just take the other one and just pop it right in, bring it down, and there you go. And then there's your figure right there with the other set of arms. So you can have him either way, however you choose to have him. One more thing I almost forgot to add, and that is the fact that NECA actually put everything in a nice little case like this to keep everything together. Now that I thought was really cool that they added that in there, even though they didn't have to. So yeah, kudos to NECA once again for putting this in here. That way you can store everything, even if you got rid of the box. If you keep the box, okay, that's fine. You throw it in there, it goes right underneath the top tray that it comes in. But if you don't want to keep the box, you still can hold all your accessories as far as the arms and the extra hands in this little piece. Just it didn't have anything for the extra heads, so because that comes into the top, you know, clamshell. But this I thought was a cool addition. Okay, so now that we've taken a look at the accessories that this guy comes with, and he does come with some amazing accessories, which is really cool to see, and they've gone all out. I can't say that they haven't with this figure. I just can't say good enough things about this figure. I mean, there might be a few here's and there's, which you're always going to have with some figures, but this one here is really cool. But with that being said, before we end this review, I have a few characters out from this line that I actually want to compare to, except for one. One's not from this line, but most of the other ones are. So let's get into taking a look at how he compares to some other figures in this line and see how it's actually evolved, and you will see what I'm talking about. Here's how the last Ronin Damaged compares to the last Ronin's Raphael. And if you actually take a look at the color, Raphael has that brighter green compared to the last Ronin here, and he's all armored up and everything else. But as you can see, just everything from the detail to the actual, the way they did everything, the detail, the scale, everything, even the musculature on Raphael is nothing compared to what has gone on with this guy here. So this is when, you know, years prior to this here. So with that being said, you can see the difference between the two characters right here. Next we have the unarmored last Ronin. Sorry, I almost forgot what I was going to say. The unarmored last Ronin compared to the damaged last Ronin. And they're both the same character, but you can see where he has all the cuts on his shoulders. You can tell by the different shapes in his arms here on how the arms are a smaller scale compared to how his arms and stuff are. I mean, he has his pants on here to where you can't really see his legs, but even his shell on the chest here is a lot different compared to what it is there. And then if you actually turn them around and you look at the carapin on the back, they're definitely a lot different. And you can tell how the mutagen has started to make this guy here go from this to this because of the fact of everything that he's been through. And that's just crazy. you can see the evolution. And to me, that's cool that NECA not only was it told like that in the story, but also in the figures here, you can see the difference on how they are, and the way that NECA was able to bring that transformation to life here is absolutely phenomenal. Here's how the Last Ronin damage compares to the Last Ronin Sinja. This is the Sinja, white Sinja from the Sinja 2-pack. And yeah, so the damage that's been caused to this guy's face plate and everything was done by this guy here. So yeah, if you have these guys, you can set them up and have them battle against each other, and that's cool, really cool. And last but not least, here's how the Last Ronin damaged compares to Karai as the Shredder. Now, Karai as the Shredder is not part of this storyline, even though Karai is in this storyline, but you can see how they compare. And hey, that's cool, she fits in there, she's part of the line, so if you wanted to do this, you could if you wanted to. So that's actually pretty cool on how everything goes together here. One thing I did want to show off before I forget, before I get into my last comments about this figure, is that this is the book that came with the unarmored Last Ronin, the one I just showed off in the comparison. And as you can see, it's closed, the book's latched and everything. And it's cool that we got it not only like this, but it's cool that we got it like that as well, where it's open. You can see the actual sketches in there, you can see the writing and everything that Splinter put into his martial arts book. So I just wanted to show that off since I had the other figures out. I figured I'd show this off as well, so you guys can get a chance to see this. All right, guys, so you see how he compares to some of the other figures in this line. You see how he has evolved compared to what he looked like in the beginning of the story compared to towards the middle of the story, and how it turns out in the end. And you see how different he is compared to Raphael when Raphael was in his younger years compared to what the Last Ronin is here in his older years. So it's definitely cool to see the evolution of this character. Now, listen, if you're just looking for a turtle to have on your shelf, I mean, hey, there you go. I mean, you got the perfect one right here. You can do whatever you want with them, make them however you want. But what NECA has included with this figure for only what, 30 some dollars, I think with tax altogether, it came out to 37, something like that. You're getting a lot for your money. I can't say that you're not. I mean, that's a great bang for your buck right there. And if you're a Turtles fan, and this is definitely a part or piece that you need for your collection, you're gonna not be dissatisfied. I can tell you that. You are just definitely gonna be happy, like I am, to have this figure from this line. I mean, definitely, it's a cool addition. We've never seen a turtle like this ever. I've never seen a turtle stripped down like this before. I mean, we've seen turtles without their masks on. Yes, we've gotten what was that one? Was that the Michelangelo the Wanderer? Was that the one that came without the mask on his face? Either way, it doesn't make a difference. We have multiple head sculpts without the masks on. We have he has nothing on him. He has no clothing. He has no belt, no sash, no weapons, nothing whatsoever. Just him having a great cup of tea with his brothers, and that's just But definitely, and reading his father's book, which is great also. What I was gonna say before I went off on a little tangent there, if you get a chance, read this story. It is a fabulous story that has been written. Definitely pick up the book, get the graphic novel. You can get it at Barnes and Noble, order it online, or just go on to YouTube and just watch somebody tell you the story or read it on there, whatever the case it may be, however it's on there. You will not be disappointed. It is not only a great story, it's a tragic story nonetheless, but it is definitely a fantastic story. It's definitely worth your time to read, and just like it's definitely worth for you to pick this figure up if you're looking forward to picking him up or waiting to get him, whatever the case. So yeah, guys, I can't say much more about it. This is a great figure, great bang for your buck. You won't be disappointed, I can tell you that much. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the last Ronin Battle Damage. Yeah, that's that's the way they have it. So I mean it's great that we have finally we have a turtle that doesn't have anything on him. So yeah, just battle damaged, but hey, cool. So with that being said, guys, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below. Always hit the notification button so you never miss out on anything new. And no matter where you guys are, I'll catch y'all on the flippity flip.